It's just like the Puerto Ricans. We doing shit, so they get involved.
Okay.
You know, we only have one Puerto Rican with his head.
Right.
It's like specks in them. We only have one Puerto Rican with his head.
Right.
It's like specks in them. We only have one Puerto Rican with his head.
Right.
It's like specks in them.
Right.
You know, they wasn't really hard on him.
Right.
Like you had Tex, he was a speck.
Right.
That's why he wore afro and all that.
Right. So, I saw a video with our brother Tiny in it, and it was a shock. It was a surprise to me what he said. He said something like,
there was at least about 40–50% Latinos in the Black Spades. There was at least about 40–50% Latinos in the Black Spades.
Well, they asked him, was Puerto Ricans involved? I took it as the 17th division. You know, was the Puerto Ricans involved with?
I have a question. It was said that there were Puerto Ricans in the Spades from the beginning. Is that accurate?
Yes, it is.
Oh!
Yes, it is.
Oh! Wow.
Let me break it down. You got to remember, we came from NYCHA houses where Black, Puerto Rican, Chinese all lived together. Because you was Puerto Rican, you didn't join the Puerto Rican gang. I was in one of the first Puerto Rican gangs. You could tell by the language when to fight, and you could tell by the language when to run.
Mm-hmm.
And in the South Bronx, where we came out of, I was in Mount Haven Projects, and we had white spades. We had a Chinese spade. Okay, I don't know if Chet is still alive. Mickey is gone. We had black spade. There was at least about 40–50% Latinos in the Black Spades.
I took it as the 17th division. You know, was the Puerto Ricans involved with the 17th division spades from the beginning? And Tiny said that 40 to 50%.
There was at least about 40–50% Latinos in the Black Spades.
Was Latinos. So that was a surprise to me, because when I think of the 17th division, I think of Iran Barkley.
I'm from the projects. I came from Patterson. Black Spades was a gang from the 70s that we protected our neighborhood. I was one of the original members.
It's over. Iran Barkley has upset Thomas Hearns here in the third round.
I think about, you know what I'm saying, like when Fat Mike said,
But believe it or not, Patterson Project was, besides us, they were the baddest.
Right.
They were no joke.
Right.
They was my brothers.
All that together, like Mount Haven, because all that's right there.
All that.
Right.
17th Division owned.
Fat Mike said about Patterson, they was my brothers. Yeah. So I thought, like, because I think we was like, what, maybe 90%? Yeah. Black American, so-called Black American, brown American, right?
Like I said, my building was 99.9%
right.
brown.
Brown skin,
and now
right.
it's maybe 2 or 3.
You know, we only have one Puerto Rican with his head.
Right.
It's like specks in them.
80, 90% brown American.
See, I this is what I have a problem with. See, people say the beginning, and then they bring up the early 80s.
Right. Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Or right, the late 70s.
Well,
right?
I heard Tiny say he became a spade in '71.
I joined the Spades in 1971. I became supreme spokesman of the South Bronx. I was in the 17th Division.
So he's probably talking about 71, 72, 73.
So if he said that he became a spade in 71, right? You really got to think about it. If the Spades was created in 68 or 67, right? In 71, it was basically coming together.
71, everybody wanted to be. I mean, that's when everybody came to Bronxdale and shit and said, yo, I want to join. And before we knew it, I mean, people would come from all over.
You know, in other words, because, you know, where it started was just just a organization of people getting together.
Right.
So by 71, 72, it was still just coming together. Now, this is where I know, and it's just like I said, these are my opinions. I know that it couldn't have been half and half with the Puerto Ricans and us.
Well, he said Latinos.
Latinos, right? Latinos. We called them Spanish at that time.
Exactly.
We didn't call them Latinos. We didn't call them Puerto Ricans.
Exactly.
We called them Spanish.
Right.
And that's another thing that people are not getting. People are saying all we knew of Spanish people was they spoke Spanish.
Right.
They had straight hair.
Right.
Don't want to snap, but they had a lot of colors.
Right.
They had high waters.
Right.
They had patent leather church shoes. Their parents didn't like us. They didn't want us to be with the Marinos or the Chocolate.
You know what it is, FaZe? Is that, you know what? And it's so much genius in simplicity. Sometimes the most simple thing you say could be genius. And one time you said something that was just the truth of the G. You said, it was our Puerto Ricans.
At this time, you got them Puerto Ricans, and then you got our Puerto Ricans.
Okay.
See the difference? My thing is this, right? You know, no matter how you want to slice this, right? You know what I mean? I love my Spanish brothers, right? But it is what it is, and I keep telling you, it is what it is.
Right.
You could try to keep throwing these guys in our culture all you want.
Right.
First of all, Tiny, y'all wasn't doing hip-hop.
Nope.
I don't know what the fuck y'all was doing, but you wasn't doing hip-hop.
And it's definitely
That's the
71.
first thing. So whatever you talking about, that was your time. I get it, right? When our time came, see, because I keep telling you, everybody got a time slot. And everybody takes from that time slot, and then it become their era. Right. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I get what you're saying. I would never denounce if that's how you feel.
Right.
But you got to remember one thing. With the situation, how it went, right? It didn't formulate. Spanish people wasn't doing hip-hop. Nope. Period. You wasn't doing hip-hop. You my brother. If you, I'm trying to
listen. No, but listen, because I don't want you to go the wrong way, because he acknowledged hip-hop started as black culture.
Now, you made a statement before about Puerto Ricans and hip-hop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to make this statement, and I'm going to make it a large statement. There were Puerto Ricans in hip-hop, but it wasn't that many. You can count them. Charlie Chase, OC, and there was Latin brothers. But when you say hip hop, there was a bunch of kids. There wasn't no race there. And people will get offended. There was more blacks than anything else. So this wasn't a Latin culture. This was a black culture. This wasn't a Latin culture. This was a black culture.
No, but listen, because I don't want you to go the wrong way, because he acknowledged hip-hop started as black culture. He acknowledged
I'm not saying that.
He's talking about the Spades.
But
he's just saying
a
the
lot
Spades,
of brothers,
the 17th division
and I
of
get
Spades.
that, but a lot of brothers, they don't realize the thing with this thing. They don't get this. I'm telling you, y'all don't get this.
Well, let me ask you.
Let me back, Mike, in order for you to understand it. See, I was one of the first breakdancers in hip-hop. One of the youngest breakdancers that ever came in hip-hop. So I know what hip-hop is. I really know what hip-hop is. A lot of them was doing what they was doing. It formulated into the kids to get hip-hop, right? But what y'all keep doing is implementing, right, cultures into our culture. Right. And that's where it's going backwards at. Because they don't implement us into their culture. Wait a minute. We was hustling. We was doing the hustle and all that. Why you never hear them implement that into their culture? Because they're not trying to hear that. They're not trying to give you no love on their culture. That's how they get down. I love them to death, but I know them. I rocked with them for years, man. They not trying to hear you when it comes to their culture. But we always opening fucking doors.
We gotta share.
Yeah, that's where this shit go wrong.
Share our
Stop
stuff.
giving everybody our motherfucking what we did. That's our shit.
And because we don't want to share, or we don't do it, now we wrong because we don't want to kumbaya and say, yo, you could come down, you could get in.
What, because you cool with them? All right, I'm cool with a lot of them, but they know I'll tell them. Y'all ain't do nothing. Y'all ain't do nothing. Listen, let me go there. Let me go there, right? Listen, I get it. Our Puerto Ricans, I keep telling y'all, was there at this time. You got them Puerto Ricans, and then you got our Puerto Ricans. But they didn't even know what to do with that. Because they didn't know nothing about that.
It wasn't their culture.
How you gonna say somebody was doing something in your own culture knowing damn well they don't even know nothing about your culture?
And that's what Dr. Columbus is famous for, telling us what we did.
Yo, listen,
telling us what we did.
That's your man in them. Yeah, they was there with you. But you gotta learn how to separate. Just like they know how to separate
us.
What's wrong with y'all? Y'all act like this shit is something new. This shit been going on from the dawn of time, man. This shit is real, man. This shit is happening to this day.
Hey.
What the fuck is wrong with everybody? Everybody act like this shit is some new shit going on. Oh, cause that's my man. You know when your man got with them dudes, how that shit was formed? Everybody know how that shit. I roll with dudes on Rikers Island. I come in Rikers Island. They my man from the street. We get on Rikers Island. They get with they people. They don't even know me no more. So don't come at me with that bullshit, man, about this, that, and the. Listen, I'm not racist, but I know how to separate. I know how to say what belongs to me. I don't know if you know how to say what belongs to you. I know what belongs to me. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. Don't get mad at me because I could stand up on 10 toes and tell your motherfucker, y'all ain't do nothing with us. Y'all came, yeah, y'all came.
Later.
I ain't never tried to take that shit away from you. But yo, I stand 10 toes on this shit.
Can I ask you a question?
Come on, man. Nah.
You said your sister married into somebody from the 17th division.
Yeah, Chubby.
Because
she didn't marry.
From what I heard Tiny say, he's talking about the 17th division. He's not talking about hip hop. He's talking about the 17th division was 40 to 50% Latino.
Okay.
Do you know that to be true?
I don't know. I left the space long before after that.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. And you got to talk about the time. If you're talking about when he joined, where he said that about 71, you have to know that's incorrect. You just have to know that. Anybody will know that at that time. You know why the Spades started? It was created because they had beef with the Spanish people.
Right, exactly.
That's exactly why the Spades. So you mean to tell me the Spanish people that's beefing with us is going to join us?
Yo, I'm saying,
at that time.
This is what I'm saying. Listen,
come on, man. Make it make sense.
This shit is getting to a point, man, where I think all y'all scared of them.
Right.
Straight up, man.
Right.
I think you're all scared of them. Because every time we speak on this shit, nobody want to stand 10 toes on our culture, man. This is our culture, man. What's wrong with y'all? That's like you telling me don't be black. Is you fucking crazy? Yo, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? And anybody that tries to always implement, and I get it. They was there, but they didn't do that shit we did. I'm one of the first breakdancers here, youngest first, and anybody that know at that time will tell you, Black was dancing. I was a gangster and was dancing. Yeah, gangsters was dancing back then. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all gangsters was dancing, man. And I'm trying to tell you, listen, I understand your feelings. You'll get over it. That's how it go. I have to get over a lot of shit y'all did with me. I got over it. But you not gonna stand here while I live on this planet and tell me where that shit came from, man. I don't care who's telling you that. If they wanna be scared, let them be scared. I'm not scared of that shit, man. I'm not scared to stand on what my culture is, man. It's not no racism shit. That shit is holding my culture down. That's like you telling me my moms and them didn't do what they was doing. My mom's and them, we was doing this shit in our crib. How the fuck you gonna tell me this shit was going on somewhere else? Y'all didn't even know how to dance. Y'all did the Spanish thing. And I get that. And Tiny, I get it, right? That's your peoples and all that, right? I get that shit. But let me explain something to you, man. I'm not gonna allow nobody to dispute the Spades, man, and what they did. And every time y'all implement that shit, y'all disputing the Spades. Y'all disputing the first 7 that came out of Bronx NY. And that's why I stand on this shit. That's why I stand.
Let me ask you a question.
You just said the word. Your own history.
Sabotage your. So let me ask you, as far as the 17th division that he was talking about, 40 to 50% Latino, does that tarnish their legacy? If they was 40 to 50%?
Yes.
Right.
100%.
I thought they was 90% us.
So at that point, just like we were saying, the Kumbaya shit, they all together.
Right.
There was no beef. There was no stress, no nothing. It was just all together. Make that make sense.
Right.
Hey, listen.
Make that make sense.
Listen, man. Listen. Something happened back then. Something really happened that nobody in this world knew was going to happen. I'm going to tell you the 2 things that really happened. The Spades and fucking hip-hop.
Right.
2 of the biggest fucking things in this world. And you going to stand there and let anybody, I'm talking about anybody, I was there, son. I'm one of the youngest Spades. I ran with my brother. I know Pete. I know what them dudes was doing, man. And they will tell you I was there. There ain't nowhere in the world they gonna tell you I wasn't there. You know what I mean? I was there when they started in the 7th. But when we got there, it was popping, man. It was popping. And I'm saying, man, we fought hard, man. We fought hard. That's like you telling Malcolm X, man, some shit about, yo, man, he didn't fight for his culture, man. I fight for this shit. Why? Because it's real. This shit is not no fucking game. This shit is real. This is a black culture. We don't have shit. We get something now. Everybody want this shit. Come on now. That shit don't make no sense to me, man. And then what they do, right? I'm not gonna tell you who, but then what they do, start saying, oh yeah, they was right there. Yeah, later, wherever. But they didn't start this shit, man. Come on, man. They didn't start this shit. And yo, you can get mad at me, do what you want to do with me. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna do nothing to you. But I already know what you're gonna do if I do something. You're gonna sit my ass in jail for the rest of my life. I'm not doing that. So don't think I'm coming at you. But I'm gonna tell you, as long as I got a fucking voice, man, Mario and them did some shit, man. Everybody knows this shit. Mario and them did some shit. They created some shit with us that went somewhere that motherfuckers can't even fathom where that shit go. To this day, I was there. They know it. Listen, man. When my crew, right, when we first started out, nobody was dancing but me. Yeah, nobody. I got it from my brother and Doctor and Curly. I was the youngest one fucking starting that shit off. I was the first one. The youngest motherfucker dancing. And that came from our expression, from our motherfucking attitudes and behaviors. Yeah, that's where that shit came from. You ask anybody that was on this fucking, on this plateau, they'll tell you. Yeah, how you think I ran into Zambu and all? This is before they even became Zulu. What's wrong with y'all? Y'all don't even know what was going on around here, man. And remember, why a lot of y'all don't know what was going on?
Because you wasn't there.
You wasn't there and you didn't want us to do it.
That's right.
What is wrong with y'all?
Exactly.
A lot of y'all didn't want us to do it. What the fuck is them kids doing? Get the fuck out of here with that. Yeah, y'all even laughed at my brother and Doc and them when they first did it.
Right.
Y'all know.
And then jumped on their dick like it wasn't nothing.
Fuck out of here with that shit. I'm not jacking that shit. I'm not jacking none of that shit. You can call it what you want. I'm not jacking that shit. It's because y'all got it now, and I'm good with that. I'm not coming at you, oh, this and that, and I don't care about it like that. I never cared about it then. But you're not going to denounce something that I know I was in part of the creation with. I'm not having that.
But back to Tiny. Back to Tiny. So now think about it. Think about it. Saying that a group that started off combating the Spanish that was attacking us and join them in as a part of the combating. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? No. If the Spades started because the Spanish was attacking David, why would they be in the same? So they was attack. So when we were combating, that means that they were going against their kind. We know from today they don't do that. Do they? Did we used to say back in the day, they the only ones that stick together.
They the hardest culture, the strongest culture when it comes to sticking together.
Sticking together.
And they very good at knowing how to self-divide, man. And I know this shit. I know for facts they're good at knowing how to self-divide. You know what I mean? And I get that. If y'all could do it, then do it. But yo, I'm not one of them dudes, man.
Exactly.
You just can't beat me in my motherfucking head and think I'm just gonna run with that shit. Nah, I told you when I was young, my brother said we tell him go that way. Nah, that nigga going this way. I always had my own mind. Listen, let me explain something. Let me explain something. We was rebellious. And I'm rebelling today against that shit like I did back then. Y'all didn't want us to do it? Then step the fuck aside and let us tell y'all how this shit went down. If y'all don't want to tell them, let us tell them, don't get mad. If y'all don't want to come up and step up and stand 10 toes on your own culture and tell them how this shit went, then move out the way and let us do it. Because y'all act like y'all scared of these dudes, man.